Hello YouTubers, my name is X Factor and welcome back to some Battlefield 4 as I'm trying to cure hunger within the Siege of Shanghai rush, passing out as many sandwiches as possible using an unusual combination for myself. That's a suppressor on anything. We've also got the SG553 equipped. You've already seen the sandwiches, aka C4, and you're about to see the Pokeballs. Throwing those out early and often, listening to that long hum when it's up so I know to pop another one. So this is something I used to do a ton in previous Battlefield titles, specifically Bad Company 2 with the VSS. I actually played this competitively. I was the Bush Wookie for my team competitively in about 70% of the scrims and matches. So it was VSS, it was Pokeballs, and it was C4 for days, trying to illuminate and light up that mini-map with as many red dots as possible, trying to figure out those perfect little dots. So far, we've fed quite a few people. And one thing I like to do in the transitional periods is I'll actually go hunting for people on the flanks and chase them around the map to make sure our tank and our infantry do not get flanked. So I actually cut out like a 30-second snippet of me going to hunt two guys down on the river that were trying to sneak around our tank as I dodge a RPG SRA or SMAR, taking another peek here before I'm eventually going to move up. It's really tough to push these stairs because that's where the enemy expects you to drop down, the straight line from your spawn to the MCOM. But first we got to secure that. So off we go, another Pokeball out. At this point in time, I'm already leveled up. That's a bad piece of C4, but that's okay. We've got more because I'm leveled up my perks. I've already got 5 pieces of C4, 5 sandwiches to give out, and we're about to set this MCOM. And I kind of make a mistake here. I kind of chase off of this. I want to protect myself from one of the angles. That guy's trying to beat me at my own game. I should have paid attention to the mini-map, and more importantly, the actual MCOM itself. So the MCOM's blinking. He's shooting his pistol off, trying to help, and I shoot this guy. That was a mistake. Should have pillared behind the beautiful artwork, the piece de la resistance, and sat there and just kind of waited for them to get back to the MCOM. But that's okay, because literally 15 seconds later, 20 seconds later, we've got this thing set again, and there I have 6 sandwiches. And man, I hope these guys are hungry, because I'm about to light this thing up real quick. And remember, this thing takes about 4 to 5 seconds to disarm. Therefore, I'm actually spamming these just a little bit too fast. And anytime you can feed 2 people with 1 sandwich, you're becoming more efficient at curing the world hunger in Battlefield. So just like that, drop down to make sure we get this. And I probably should have reloaded my SG553 because it's simply more effective than spamming deagle shots when you're missing those headshots. And as quick as possible, I take the jet ski over. I usually wait for it to spawn if I'm dead, and we're up on the island. One thing I do with the Pokeballs is sometimes I don't throw them directly in front of me. I'll throw them to my right side to watch my flank, or I'll drop it at my feet to watch my backside if I'm going down a corridor or a very linear area, or if it's going to help out a majority of the teammates, and I think I'm alright in my immediate area. I try to be as effective as possible with them, and there's kind of an example of me shifting the pattern of where these things are going as I'm trying to work towards the MCOM as I'm waiting for squad mates to spawn on me. Sometimes I will sit back if I am the aggressive Bush Wookie with the Pokeballs, and if I see that I've got a great position and my squad mates are slowly dying, I might play super defensive. But the problem is, as you kill 2 or 3 or 4 people, they're probably going to come back for you. Their squad mates are more than likely alive in the rubble because there's just so much cover. And then, of course, beacons can be around that you have to worry about that. So you have to pillar and play super aggressive as I get a kill trade there. As quick as I'm in, you got to get that Pokeball out. That information is just massive for your team. And this is taking a trade for the team. Tanks rolling in hot. Probably would have wrecked a lot of face, and I will gladly go down with that ship as my body has places to go. Quick to my people. And here's another example of us kind of spamming it out just a little bit, but nothing's really going on. It's always very nice when you've got a squad mate that's dropping their sack, whether it's a medic or the crate, more than importantly. So if I didn't have that leveled all the way up with the Spec Ops class, I wouldn't have as many Pokeballs. So it's nice to be able to sit on that and throw the Pokeball out, getting one back instantly as long as you weren't low on ammo or C4. And remember the trick, if you're low on C4 or out, just hold C4 in your hand. That will replenish first, no matter how low the gun is. So here we go doing a little bit of a back rage, trying to stop and pop, but being careful because the door is directly behind me, and I need to kind of shade myself from that door. But, oh yeah, there's people on the escalator stairs. So this is really tough MCOM to get. try to protect our Big Bertha, the Amtrak, as we throw another Pokeball out again. And try to kind of work this way as we get an MCOM set and moving back in. This round had a ton of action, just non-stop action. That's the thing that's really happened when they changed Siege of Shanghai, is that guy actually cratered. It did enough damage that his little fall finished the job. So kind of robbed of kill there, but I think it's even funnier that he actually cratered. Is when they took away the spawn beacons and all the elevators in this game, you don't have to worry about people lingering on rooftops. It forces all the action down on the playing field. It gets absolutely nuts. So the one thing about the SG553 is I don't have to tap fire as much as the ACWR. I can burst just a little bit longer and mag dump at closer ranges, which is nice because there's not as much horizontal recoil, it feels like. So this is actually a really fun carbine to use. I have a lot of fun with this thing. I've had fun with this, but remember, that suppressor is going to slow down the velocity a ton. So if they're up close like this guy, it's not going to be a problem. If they're moving side to side, it might be a little bit of a problem as the distance gets further and further away from you, and trying to prioritize my targets based on who's the bigger threat or who I can actually get to. So we're going to get to this third set of MCOMs, and there's going to be kind of an epic ending, and it's all about clearing this left side. Everybody rushes right side. Your tank and your infantry should push this middle lane and this left lane, because it's absolutely epic. Because again, everybody clumps up. They go in a straight line from deployment to the first MCOM, and it's easy to farm those kills on defense. So here we kind of sit this spot, waiting for a squad mate to pop, and I almost get killed here because I miss a bunch of shots and might hit the bar. And I know that Pokeball is about to die, so throw another one out because there are some players coming, and I kind of throw the C4. I should have waited just about a second longer, let them play into that zone. And here's the problem. That's not an impact. So it's got a little bit of a fuse from that distance. I'm actually going to walk it forward while ADS because I don't want to be stuck in hip fire at that distance. And take a look at the mini-map as we finally get to the promised land of what's in front of my screen. This would have been like a kid in the candy shop. Gonna kick it to live comms. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the round because it's over for me. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, what the fuck, man?
It's magic.